Hi everyone, it's me again. Welcome to this new, what's it called? Hobby vlog. It's your host Morten. Obviously, don't know why I'm so excited, but I guess that's good to be. So it's my next hobby vlog. Currently, it's Saturday evening. Well, no, it's Saturday night. And I just wanted to here in the middle of at the end of this week. I wanted to show you a few of the purchases I made, because I had some mail orders that I bought, and I also just got some random hobby things, and I might be doing some unboxings, so I wanted to have some footage of just what I got for you to see before I do way before you see the unboxings, because that will be way in the future, I imagine, except for one of them. So let's just take a look at it. Actually, let me see, maybe I'll just do it like this. Yes, so first of all, let's start with the boring stuff. Got a new paintbrush. It is a Couple Series, big stuff, some brand, but I was told at the store that I went to today, the hobby store, that this was good and it wasn't as brittle as some of the, what's it called, from the Citadel ones, because I bought one a month ago and it's already dead, so I needed this one. So I can paint the dwarves that you'll hopefully see later in this video as well. I haven't started painting any of them yet, but hopefully I can still get what I wanted done before this hobby vlog comes out. So I got the paintbrush. Then I got the iron breaker, which I need for my Grimhammers. With that I also got Null Oil, which I need because I ran out. And then I got my first Agrax Earthshade, so that's going to be exciting to try on some things. I don't know if I'll be using it on the Grimhammers, but we'll see. So that was the boring stuff. Then I have bought this, let's see, what is the brand? Green Stuff World. Well, I guess that's fun. Terrain Series Cork Medium Rock. So this is basically cork that you use for your bases to represent rocks that you obviously paint over and stuff. So that's going to be from my basing. Then I got this Army Painter Battlefields Highland Tuft, which I'm very fond of. I've used a lot of in the past. So that's going to again just be for my bases. And then I've never tried using flowers, so I decided to get an Army Painter Battlefields Meadow flowers. These sort of yellowy and white flowers. Just to add some more variation to those bases. Yeah. So on to miniatures. So, by the time this video comes out, you may already have seen an unboxing of this one, because I've already shot that unboxing. So yeah, another pair of Hunter Orcs. I now have, I bought 3 of these so far in my hobby time, so I have 36 Hunter Orcs total, I imagine. Unless there's something wrong in the count, but there shouldn't be. So I love Hunter Orcs, so bought more of them. And then to expand my Hunter Orc army list, I needed something good, something very, something, well, when I say good, I mean cool looking and armored. So you can almost guess, I got myself some of these. And I bought, you see, 2 packs of the Spearmen. And the reason for that, and they're not pikemen, they are spearmen. That is in the GBHL. No, it's not actually in the I think it's an official FAQ on Black Library. That even though it says in the DOS book that they are pikemen, they are spearmen. So I got these Gundabad Orc Spearmen, 6 of those. And the reason I only bought spearmen is because I made 6 converted sword and shield ones, converted from Urukai, which I will show you in a moment. So let's just see the last few purchases. Obviously they needed their captain. It's a pretty cool model. He's actually quite big. I actually feel like he's quite tall. Which is always good. I like big orcs, and I cannot lie. Now the last, and definitely, I hope you will agree with me, not the least, certainly not when it comes to size, is, yes, it is the Gundabad Orc General, aka Original Bulk, aka Keeper of the Dungeons, aka Awesome! I'm sorry for shattering your eardrums, but awesome! So this guy, I'm very excited to piece together and paint. He's just so cool looking, and his design is great. And I mean, if there ever was an orc in the Tolkien movies by Peter Jackson, who could be the lead guitarist or singer of a heavy metal band, this would be the orc. He is so metal. It's amazing. So yeah, I've spent quite a bit of money on all this, which you know sometimes that happens. But yeah, so that was the first part of my vlog. But I'm just gonna be back with you in a moment to show you the conversions I did of the converted Gundabad Orc Swordsman that I did convert from Uruk-hai. So I'll show you those, and obviously that will mean that I have a full warband with 6 converted ones, 6 real spearmen and the captain. So I'll show you those, and then we'll see what happens. And here we have them. So obviously you can see from the posters that they're based on orcs, but I've tried to do my best to make them look different, and I did this mainly to have a start at the Gundabads, because they are expensive. But I'm still gonna buy. I'm planning on getting 2 warbands total, and the next warband will be completely made out of the real models. So I think it's good to have some variation, and I mean if you make some good conversions, I think it's a good thing. Let's see if we can see this guy. So as you see, I've made his shield smaller like the Gundabads. I'm giving him an Orc Scimitar instead of an Uruk-hai weapon, and then what I've done also, so I've given him the head of an Hunter Orc, and I've sculpted his hair to sort of fit a little bit better. So that's the first one. Then we have this guy. See here, his helmet is slightly different. His shield is also a bit different, small and spiky. And then he is armed with a mace. Well, it's like some kind of spiky mace, piercing strike thing. I don't know if he can piercing strike with it. I don't know if the profile says that they use swords, or if it says hand weapons. Because I imagine since they're called swordsmen, it probably says he can use swords, so he will still feint with this if that's the case. And otherwise, I guess he'll piercing strike. Kind of hoping for but the feinting is actually better for him, because when you're high defense, you don't want to waste your defense by piercing striking. So hopefully it's still sword, besides the visual being different. Then we have this guy, again a different helmet, quite a spiky big shield, and an Orc Scimitar. Yes. Another unmasked one, Orc Scimitar, face, small shield, and sculpted hair to sort of extend into from the original bald head, and yeah. We have this guy again, small shield, scimitar, and a different helmet. And last but not least, we have this guy, who's quite different. And I think you see guys in the movies with helmet like this. There's certainly, see the one on the right in this picture sort of has that's the helmet that inspired me for this guy. So if we make a comparison, we have that, and then we have, I think you can see it, that. And I think, obviously it's not exactly the same, but it's sort of similar, so I think it fits in. So tell me, please, in the comments also, do you think it's okay to use, do you think these conversions are clear enough that they are not Uruk-hai, but they're indeed Gundabad Orcs? I will, of course, as most Gundabad Orcs, I'm going to be painting them palish or dirty yellowish. That sort of seems to be like the very light brown, as opposed to the reddish brown of the Uruk-hai, or a dirty white, or just a white. So it seems like the Gundabad Orcs generally are painted pale. When you see some of their faces here, you can slightly see, but it seems very palish. So these ones, I think you can catch their faces, they're quite pale as well. And in the movies you notice that they're very pale, and of course this guy is pale. So that's what I'm gonna be doing to. So basically, I've done some conversion work to make them look different, and then I'm gonna be painting them their skin differently. I imagine most of the paint process of painting a Gundabad Orc is the same as painting Orokai, except the models are slightly different. So hopefully, and the skin is obviously white. So yeah, hopefully you guys all will approve of this idea of using them, and I think also the fact that I have some of the official ones prove that I'm not just doing it to be cheap and lazy or something like that, but because I want variety in my Gundabad force. So yeah, hopefully at the end of this year or beginning of next year, I'll have 2 whole warbands of Gundabad Orcs. So basically now I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna come back to you when I've done as much painting as I can before this video has to be released. So see you in a moment or in a few days for me. Bye. Hi guys, so I am back with the last part of this video, and as you see before you, these are the 6 Grimhammers that I have painted this week. Now I ended up starting painting Sunday, so I didn't do any painting between Thursday and Sunday, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday I have been painting. So I guess this is 4 days work essentially, though they were almost completely painted Tuesday night. So what I've done today was just the basing and also the beards. So these are my first 6 Grimhammers, and I always knew the models were cool, but it wasn't until painting myself that I really started to get a feel for how really delicious that these models actually are. The design, the armor, the cold steel. I personally went for obviously there's the steel and the armor, and then I gave them dark blue tunics like some of my Warriors of Erebor have had, so that sort of matches, except of course, as I said before, my Warriors of Erebor are a bit more like a rabble of people who have their own personal armors that they put on, and their personal tunics and so on, whereas this is much more of a standing uniform elite soldiers. Yeah, even though I know the stat line could use, it should have been defense 7, honestly, because this, it in stats, they call this dwarf armor, but clearly this is heavy dwarf armor. I think there's no doubt about that. So honestly, yeah, they should have had that added to them, and for a point extra, have them be 12 points and then have an extra armor, then they'd totally be much better. But there's just no reason that a Warrior of Erebor with a shield should have more armor than these. But anyway, that's besides the point. They're still pretty good as far as I know, and I'm excited to play with them. But they are such a great design, and that is their greatest asset. So let's just go through them. Here we have one. So as you see, this one is one with a dark black beard. Just shaded a little bit. So the way I've done the armor is based the chainmails with Ironbreaker, which I obviously sprayed them all black, and then I based the chainmail with Ironbreaker, and all the plates used Lead Belcher. Then I put non-oil on both of the things, and then I highlighted all of that with chainmail, which now is called something else, but that was the old silverish thing. So I think this guy might be my favorite, certainly the pose, and I also think the paint job is quite good. So the armor, I talked about that, and same with the weapons, obviously. Both the axes they have in their belts and the big hammer picks. Then came the tunics, which are painted in Incubi Darkness, and then shaded the same way that I shaded the tunics on some of the Warriors of Erebor. So just white, a little bit of white in the Ink by Darkness, no oil, a little bit white in the Ink by Darkness, no oil, and so on. Then I did the belts and the gloves with Rhinox hide and what did I do? Rhinox hide and Gothel brown, and then I gave it a wash of Agrax Earthshade, which I think went pretty well. And then of course I made sure to do you see basically the underlip, I think is what you see on some of them under the helmet. That is just done with normal flesh color. I don't remember what it's called, like Kessler flesh or something like that. And then I did the beards, and I did 3 orange beards, 2 black beards, and 1 brown beard. As you know, I'm very fond of orange beards and dwarves, but I still wanted some variation. And the orange beards I did the same way that I did it on the other dwarves, which is Doombull brown mixed with an old yellow color, which I don't remember the name of, and based Doombull brown, and then a mix 50-50, and then fully, and then and then slightly more yellow, and it wasn't never full yellow, but so basically just a mix of oranges. With the black, I started with obviously the base of Avalon Black. Then I put some Dawnstone in, a 50-50 mix, and then I just did Dawnstone. And with the brown, I did Rhinox hide. Then I did a mix with Mortfang brown, and then just Mortfang brown. And then there's the bases, which I have done the same way as I have done the bases for the other dwarves, so you know about that. Next week I might show you and film how I do the bases. But now you know how I do these dwarves. I did not manage to get the captain done. I hoped I would have had time to paint him today, but I didn't have time. So I will be doing him like tomorrow or the day after, something like that. I have a lot of things going on the weekend, so I imagine it will be Saturday evening or Sunday or something like that I will get to paint again. So I have a couple of days without painting because I have to prepare my role-playing for Saturday, where I am a game master of a pen and paper role-playing game. So yeah. So just last looks at these guys, if I can get it in focus so close up. Yeah, that's probably the best I can do. So once I have the captain painted, I will be able to play at a small 300-point game, which will be quite fun. So hopefully someone wants to play with me. Let's hope. So thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Support your hobby, and happy strategy battle gaming. Hi guys, I know I said the video was over, but actually there's one more thing I have to show you, because it's now Thursday, so I'm gonna film this and then edit it right away. So anyway, I literally just picked these up, and as you can see, there's something different about them than the ones you buy now. If you can't guess what, then I'll turn this around and show you. 20x, yes. So I was on a trade page, a Danish trade page, and there was one guy who lived in my town, luckily. Was like, I have these 20 Urukai in the box, still never opened, and he wanted to sell them for £10. So I was like, yes sir, I'll do that. So I met that guy on the way home from work, and bought these for £10. And I already have, I don't know, 70 Urukai, so it's not that I need them that much, but I guess now I have 20 more for a cheap price, so I can always, you know, start aiming for the 1,400, 500 points, so that's fun. But yeah, 20 more Uruks, which I'm not going to open this for a while, because I have so many ones that are already out in spade black that need to be painted, so this is gonna wait for probably half a year or so before it's opened, maybe more. Yeah, just a nice little extra thing. So now, for real, I'm done. So, yeah. Should I do the sign-off? I guess I will. If I could remember it. Wow. Well, this is anticlimactic. So let's just say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.